To understand what we uncover at this home site, it helps to know some of the background of its former inhabitants. Today, we see a fallow farm that is now a forest. But at the turn of the century, this was a bustling mining area. The first commercial mines opened in the region in the 1890s, and by 1900, half a dozen mines were operating, complete with towns, streets, sidewalks even, and hundreds, if not thousands of immigrants newly arrived from Italy and Poland. These were the years before mine safety practices were governed by state or federal regulations, and accidents were as common as everyday life. By 1907, a mere 5 miles from the site we detect, down the same railroad tracks, occurred the worst mining disaster in U.S. history. Even though 361 men were officially declared dead from the mine blast, the unofficial number could be as high as 700 or more. You see, most immigrant miners took their sons in the mines with them, since miners were paid by the ton or cart. The average man could fill 5 carts by himself, but with his sons, he could double or triple that figure. The Monongah number 6 and number 8 blew so forcefully, the blast was felt as far as Fairmont, some 7 miles away. Children as young as 8 were pulled from the mining debris. So many immigrant Italians died in the blast that the Italian government erected a memorial to its deceased citizens in the town of Monongah. A mother holding her child to commemorate all the widows from the disaster. Then again, 50 years later, on November 20th, 1968, Farmington number 9 exploded, killing another 78 miners. This mine a mere 10 miles from the Monongah mine disaster. The miners who lived in the house we detect worked in the mines directly over the hill from their home. They survived to live life another day. But their neighbor, William Hardesty's son, was killed in a collapse in the very mine beneath their home. In today's video, we uncover artifacts they used in these mines that identified them by number. The objects, being brass, could withstand the corrosive elements of a fire and the damp conditions in the mine. These artifacts represented a life. It was treasured by them, and I hope you can understand their value to those that lost them. Stay tuned. All right, you guys, I made it to the second house site, and by now you've already seen the intro into this site. And you know, daffodils, again, like I've said in many early videos, daffodils are a telltale sign of an old home site. So spring is really a good time of year to go out and look for these kind of places. Here's where the house stood, right on this promontory, and it drops off real steeply all the way around. And of course, here's the well that we showed you. We're going to try it out. Let's see what we can find. All right, we're right off the foundation right there. There's the bottles we put there. And I got a kind of a squeaky 81. 79, 68, it's a little jumpy. But this will be our first plug at this site. So let's see. I'm hoping that, because this has less ground clutter, ground vegetation, I'm hoping that this will be easier digging than that last house that we were just at. Right there. Oh, I see it. I see it. Oh my gosh, what is this? This, holy smokes, this is a first for me. This is a miner's tag. This is a miner's tag. Now, this is interesting, okay? I'm just south of Pittsburgh. You know, I'm actually not but a few miles from where I grew up. And, you know, the coal mines were huge over here. There's lots of coal mines. In fact, one of the biggest mines is up and over the mountain here, right in behind you, right up over there. And this could be a miner's tag from a miner that mined that coal mine right up there. And it was a huge mine. And this is the first miner's tag I've ever found. All right, that's pretty cool. All right, I got a choppy signal here, but it's consistent. It's 98. It's a little choppy, 72 to 98, which probably, let me get the shovel here, probably going to be a modern day bullet. That's what I think. But you never know until you dig it, right? Lots of roots from this old tree right here. Get too far now. Looky there, I see it. Looky there. Is that a saddle strap guide? What is that? What is that? It's brass. Very interesting. I don't know what that is. It's a doodad, but it's brass. All right. 2 holes. 2 keepable items. I'm not going to want to quit. You realize that, right? All right. Let's go to the next plug. All right, you guys, I think I found something good. There's a lot of trash in here. So I'm not doing live digs right here, right up against this house. And the gentleman that lived here, his name was Bill Hardesty. Bill Hardesty, yes. And that is the grandfather of the owner. And the owner, he's about 80 years old. Anyway, I want you to see, I can see it sticking out right there. And 6970. Let's take a look at it. Do you see it? Do you see it? All right. It's awesome. Little teaspoon. Look at that. Yeah. Stuff like this, you know, over there in the eastern shore of Virginia or Shenandoah Valley where I live at, you know, it's settled so early and there's such a lot of old history there. And it's easy to come up on any site and find Civil War bullets and just some really old artifacts. Not so much this far west. We're not that far from the Ohio River. But this was settled in here late 1700s too. And that cemetery down there, they came in here right after, around the Revolutionary War. So old stuff is here. And, you know, but I don't think this house is all that old. Probably, you know, Civil War era. And anyway, you know, so digging this kind of stuff back home is pretty common. But I'm happy to dig it here. And it'll go into my collection of spoons, and I got a lot of them. All right, let's go to the next one. All right, you guys, I popped this out of the ground and I thought it was a nail, but it's not a nail. This is the turnstile, or the turning knob, of the wick of a lamp, of a kerosene lantern. And I can just imagine them right here, sitting right here on the porch with a kerosene lantern. So everything I've been pulling out of the ground, this is like my fourth object, and everything I've pulled out of here has been good. You know, I mean, is this treasurable? I mean, it's not a coin, it's not a buckle, it's not a button that I'm used to, but you know what? This is old. And, you know, and I can associate it with this house, and I can associate it to a person. And to me, that's cool. All right, let's keep going. Here, you guys, I found something pretty cool. I had to dig to China to find it, and I noticed this flat right here coming out of the house. The old road used to go down right here in this, down in this gap right there. It's beautiful green down through there. The road came up through here, came up around that tree right there, and there's a lot of ash from their fireplace that's dumped down in here. So I'm getting a lot of mixed high signals. And I'm not showing all the digs because, man, I'm telling you, there's just a ton of signals in here. But I popped something out, and it's pretty cool. It is right... Do you see it yet? There. Looky there. Look at that. You know, this is the second one of these that I have found. In the last outing, I found another one like this. And I found it over near Winchester, Virginia. But do you see that star? Isn't that beautiful? I'm sure that's a gas fixture, or, you know, I think it's a gas fixture, but I can't imagine them having natural gas way up here. That would be very, very odd to think they had natural gas up here, but they could have. There is a gas line that goes over this mountain here, and in these mines, and in these mountains here, these mines have a lot of natural gas in them. So they could have had their own little well here. I think that's a gas cock. I think that's what that is, a gas cock. All right, I'm thinking we're gonna have to come back to this site. I tell you, there is a lot of signals in the ground, and there's a lot of good stuff I'm pulling out of here. I had another low tone. I just dug that gas cock right here, and I see it. 52, 53, and I can see it in the leaves. Look at that. Look at that. That's an oldie. It's flattened. Look how flattened that is. See how flat that is? That is an old spoon. Oh, that is awesome. That is an old spoon. Man, not doing bad at this house site. All right, let's keep going. All right, it's big and it's round, but I don't think it's a large cent. It could be another miner's tag. You know, it's kind of cool being over here near Pittsburgh and Monongahela River and this part of the country, because coal, I see coal all over the ground here. And mines, the mining industry was very, very heavy in here. And, you know, we don't get opportunities to dig stuff like this over where I live in Virginia. But I see it, and it's either the back of a pocket watch, a big large cent, or a miner's tag. I'll let you hear it. All right. 76, 76, solid 76. And I see it right there. Oh, I think it is a miner's tag. Okay. 86. So this number here, 86. It's either 83, yeah, it's 86. So this miner right here, his number was 86, and he lived right there. And I'm going to talk to the landowner, his last name is Hardesty. This was his grandfather's house, great-grandfather's house. I'm going to show him everything we're finding here. And anything he wants, he can have. I mean, this is all his stuff. And the gentleman who owns this land is actually graduated. I don't think he graduated with my mom, but he was like 1 year behind my mom. But they went to school together. And I've known this landowner since I was a little kid. He's a big history guy. And they had 800 acres in here. And there's probably 6 old homesteads, home sites on this land. And so I was really appreciative. I never think about coming over here metal detecting because it's quite a ways from my house. But, it gives me an opportunity to come see my family and, and save history out of just a beautiful place like this. And it's gorgeous. I'm telling you, you might not be able to see it on video, but it's gorgeous. It's beautiful over here. All right, 86, miner 86. Let's keep going. All right, I got a great signal right here, and it's 83 to 85. I mean, that's coin range, but it could be a miner's tag. But, the old mines up here used to create their own mine script too. And when I was a kid, we would find old mine script literally digging in our yard. And it's real interesting how the coal mines would all have their own money. And these people, they would work for the mines and get paid. All right, I didn't get it out. There's a big old root right there. They kept people poor, is what they did. They kept people poor. So you would get paid in mine script, and you would have to buy from their store. I can't get this with one hand, so I'm going to have to put you guys down. But the immigrants would come in here from Ireland and Poland and Italy, and they would be destitute and hard-pressed to find a job anywhere. And so they'd come over to these mines, and companies would take advantage of them. All right, let me dig that out. It's still in there. It's in the middle of those roots. Let me dig it out. I'll show you what it is. Oh, what is that? That is a piece of pewter spoon. What is this old boy doing over here? Wow, that's an oldie. All right. Okay, I got a decent signal here. It is, well, it's not decent signal. 73, 50. I'm digging everything though. Now it disappeared. It's not real good. Let's see if there is something there besides a modern bullet. Oh, there's a rock there. All right, it's square. I don't know what it is. Let's take a look. Is it a harmonic reed? Looks like it could be, but I don't see any reed in it. Clean it up and take a look at it. It's definitely brass. You can see the green right there. It's brass. All right, let's keep going. All right, I come back up here near the foundation. There's lots of trash around there. I think people have dumped in it over the years. And I popped the plug and pulled out the object. I didn't pull out dirt, but you can see it. I think it could be a miner's tag. Let's take a look. Now, over where I'm from, or where I live, that would be a heart pounder right there. But I don't think it's going to be a coin. Yeah, it's a miner's tag. It is a miner's tag. So we have found 3 of those. Man, I tell you, if I metal detected over here all the time digging these things up, I mean, they're fun and they're cool and they're historic. They're history. These are 100 years old or less. But man, I tell you what, I mean, doesn't that look like a coin or a big dandy button? Heart stopper there. All right, let's bag it. Let's see, let's get a few more things. All right, I found that miner's tag right there, and I got a good hit right here. And it's not as high as that miner's tag. 77, 78. But let's dig that. Let's dig that right there. Yeah, let's dig that right there. Got a pin on it. I think I see it. It's another miner's tag. All right, well, I'm not gonna keep showing you these. There is a number on there. What I'll do is I'll clean those up and get you some numbers off of there. If they're all 86 or something different. It's cool. I mean, I've never dug anything like that before. I mean, the miner's tags, there's no mines over where I live in Virginia. But over here there is. So let's keep going. All right, I think we found our first coin at this site. Still here right at the front of the house. I've been finding some miner's tags here. Some you've seen, some you have not seen. But I popped a plug, threw it out, and there is a coin. I'm sure it's a Lincoln set. We just want to see if it's a weedy. There's Lincoln's head. Yep, it's a wheat cent. All right, so I can see 1 cent on the back of it. And I will clean this up. And I'll get you some pictures. All right, I knew they were in here somewhere. All right, let's keep going. All right, I'm right above the house. The house stood right there on that beautiful promontory. I had a low mid-tone, and I pulled it out. I see it. I know what it is, and I can't believe what it is. And it's not a miner's tag, but I think this is my 4th one of these that I found today too. Let's take a look. Alrighty, right here by the stump. There it is. It is another spoon. Another spoon. That is number 4 on the day. And we have had a great day. I have had a blast. Finding a lot of great stuff at these old houses. We'll come back here tomorrow when I have a chance to recharge my batteries, and when I can bring Brian back. All right, let's hike out of here. Let's get back to the truck. I'll do a quick wrap up. We'll be on our way. I just dug this coal pick. Just dug that coal pick. That is really cool. That is cool. All right, get out of here. I dug this on the way back to my truck, just right outside the house here. It's actually, foundation's right there. All right, I got about 5% of my battery left. Let's do a wrap up. We had a great day. We'll have to come back here tomorrow. All right, see you in 5. You guys, I laid everything out here. I wanted the landowner to see what all we found, and this is Holy Hardesty. Holy and I, we go way back, especially you and my mom, huh?
Yeah, me and your mom.
Way back.
I didn't figure you found nothing but nails.
No money to, no pot to pee in, huh?
No, I thought.
And he said that it was his great uncle's house.
Yeah, great uncle.
Where we found those miner's tags. Mm-hmm. And then, of course, that black powder musket and the U.S. Rosette was the house down below that. So that's the one that was the log house.
Yeah.
So that was an old house. Did real well today. That's what we found at the first site. I found that little cap gun there. That's what we found at the first site. Here is what we found at the second site. 1, 2, 3 full spoons, a bowl, harmonica reed, a weedy scent. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 mine tags. The gas cock. I don't know what that is. Found some odds and ends stuff here. That coal pickaxe right there. That's what we found. And that's what we found. Site 1, Site 2. This is about 4 hours of digging right here. We did real well. All right, you guys, we'll catch you on the next episode.